This mendacity is especially prevalent when Israel carries out its murderous assaults against the Palestinians, including the current genocide in Gaza. The Hebrew word for this propaganda is Hasbara, or explanation. Hasbara is a combination of agitprop, propaganda, and censorship. It is designed to ensure unity among the Jews in Israel and abroad, sustain the support of allies, especially the United States, discredit and delegitimize critics who are branded, even if they are Jewish, as anti-Semites, and control the narrative within the media and academia. Hasbara is designed to obscure and neutralize the gross violations of human rights and international law that defines Israel's occupation.
And then you look also at the pictures, again, widely published, of hundreds of vehicles just incinerated. Doesn't make sense. What happened? Well, very quickly, stories started to come out in the Israeli media within a few days. And the first big story we broke at the Electronic Intifada was the account of Yasmin Porat. She was a survivor of the violence that happened at Kibbutz Be'eri, which is one of the kibbutzes near the Gaza boundary fence. And the account she gave was broadcast in an interview on Israeli state radio in their morning show. So let's say roughly the equivalent of NPR's morning edition. This is a big platform, a big national platform in Israel. And she told the story that what happened was the Palestinians came in, they took people captive, but she said they treated us humanely. That was the word she used. They weren't violent towards people. They looked after them. I'm not saying it's a nice experience, but what she said is they looked after us, they reassured us, they told us, we're just going to take you to Gaza and then you'll be released. And she said very clearly that there was no violence, there was no shooting until the Israeli army and Israeli forces showed up and started shooting. And that in the house where she was being held with 13 other people, 12 Israeli civilians and one Palestinian from East Jerusalem who had been a driver at that supernova rave, who was also brought there by the Palestinian fighters. Everyone was killed except for her and one Israeli woman. And both of them, Yasmin Porat and the other Israeli woman, when they gave their accounts, they said it was an Israeli tank that opened fire and killed people, killed Israeli civilians.